If you're unable to run anti-malware tools on a live system or the system that is infected, or even you can't boot the system, you can boot from a live operating system and mount the file system of the infected machine from the other operating system. The live operating system you use will need, obviously, to be able to support mounting the file system of the operating system that you want to inspect. So you need to make sure that it can. So if you're on Windows and you're using NTFS, then the live operating system needs to be able to support mounting that. Also, again, obviously, if you want to run Windows tools, such as the ones we've gone through that are supported only on Windows, you need a Windows-based live operating system. And if you're wanting to use the tools that we've just gone through on the previous lecture, the Windows tools on a Mac or Linux, then you can use these live operating systems as well. You mount the file system of the Mac or the Linux, and then you run the tools against them. Often Windows tools, though, are only looking for Windows-based malware, but not always. Because there is such a small amount of Linux and Mac malware, the Windows anti-malware tools sometimes have the Mac and Linux definitions in there as well. So let's start with Windows live CDs or live operating systems. Well, you can create one yourself. And there's a link here on how you can do that with Windows 7, or you want to search for the operating system, the Windows operating system from which you want to create it. But Windows 7 is a good option. You could always search and download a live operating system that someone has put together. This is Gandalf's Windows 7 PE version. PE, by the way, is a pre-installation environment Windows, so it's like a minimal Windows. And he's got some portable apps on here. Now, I haven't used this, so I cannot recommend it, but that's one that you can find if you do a search. I've created my own live Windows, and I have that on a USB. And if anything goes wrong, I have the tools that I need on there, the tools that I've described, and other recovery tools. You can use Windows To Go, which is an enterprise feature for Windows 8 that enables the creation of Windows To Go workspace that can be booted from a USB. And companies such as IronKey have portable Windows on USB as well. But if it's for anti-malware, you don't really need to go this far. You can create your own bootable live USB stick. Earlier in the course, we did discuss live operating systems and how to create them and use them. So you may want to refer back to that if you don't remember. But essentially, you need to create a bootable USB or CD, but mostly it's USB nowadays. And to do that within your existing operating system, you need the operating system that you need to build. And usually that's with an ISO file, so you need to get that from somewhere. And I'll discuss some of those in a second. And then you need a tool such as Rufus to burn that operating system onto a USB or onto a CD. Rufus is a Windows tool. You also have UNetBootin, which works on Windows, Linux, and Mac. You can get some live operating systems with that onto USB, and also Pendrive Linux as well. But like I said, if you're not really sure on how this works, then go back to the section on live operating systems earlier in the course. So we need to get hold of a live CD. With Windows, as I said, you've got to build one or you can download one. And then if you're not using Windows, you can use or look for System Admin live operating systems. And I'll go through 4 of those. So here's Hiren's boot CD. We've also got Falcon Falls Ultimate Boot CD, System Rescue CD, and Trinity Rescue Kit. They're all sysadmin /rescue live operating systems. Get hold of them and use Rufus or another tool to burn it to USB, and you can mount your file system. Now, those tools are not specific for anti-malware, but there are live operating systems specifically for malware removal, and I recommend Kaspersky Rescue Disk and Hitman Pro Kickstart. You can see a list here of other options that you can go for. If we look at Kaspersky here, you can download that from here. That will give you an ISO. And Hitman Pro, now it doesn't seem that when you click on here anymore that you can download the live operating system version of this, which is a shame. But if you look through their text, it does seem to suggest that that is available maybe if you buy. But there is a Hitman, or there was a Hitman Rescue Disk, which was good as well. So that leaves us with Kaspersky and the other ones that we went through as options. And this is what the Kaspersky Rescue Disk looks like. You boot up into a version of Linux and it gives you the Kaspersky tools. If we double click on it, we are able to update it to the latest version, which is great. And then we just need to select the file system that we want to check, which will be the C drive, or it'll be a disk that we have taken out of another infected machine and are plugging it into this one. And then you click scan. And this, of course, is best for Windows and Windows-based malware, which is the majority of it. If you want a list of other Rescue live CDs, then check out this link here. But really, all of what I've gone through there is enough, or should be enough, really. And for completeness, I also want to mention the malware forensics operating systems. You can try malware forensics operating systems in order to examine malware, but these are more for security professionals who do malware analysis and reverse engineering professionally, and they're not for finding and removing malware, which is what we're doing and showing here. But these are definitely worth checking out if you're interested in malware and reverse engineering. This one's good just to check out because it's a virtual machine that you can download. It works better in VMware than VirtualBox, actually, so you can check that one out. This is an example of some of the tools that you get with it. And we are actually going to be using some of these tools as we go through further in the course, like Sysdig. And another one here from Sans, the SIF Workstation version 3, another VMware appliance that you can easily download and just check out.